Well, there seems to be universal agreement, so we'll take another question.
Well, I felt I couldn't leave without commenting on your basic premise, which everyone seems to agree with, that we must have a civil dialogue and that somehow that takes priority. I think under the context of the present administration, which doesn't have a clue of what real greatness is, and they are white nationalism is being bragged about, I can't deal with the 30 or 35% of people who support that kind of a concept. I will say several decades ago, I voted for the opposite political party that I support now because they valued country over party, and I think that's just not the case anymore. And in the last election a few days ago, we could have gone out and tried to do the persuasion vote, but no. We got at the vote of people who believe in what America really stands for. So maybe 10, 15 years ago I would have agreed to this, but unfortunately I think we're past that point. I'd like to know what you think.
I'd like to respond to that, sir. And maybe if we can continue the dialogue for a minute.
Sure.
35% of Americans, if you can argue, it's 30 or 40. It's a lot of good people, a lot of human beings. So maybe they've been misled, but many of them are suffering. They lost their jobs, and we told them we're going to get them other jobs. We didn't. We told them we're going to represent them, but the representatives respond to people with their pockets rather than to the masses in the streets. They have been fear-mongered of immigration and crime. They don't have the college education, many of them, to see through the lies Fox tells them. So the question is, should we write them off and say, you are bigoted people, or we should say, everybody is redeemable, and we should especially reach out to these people because we should hear their pain and understand that their pain has misdirected them in their expression. Now, aside from the moral issue of not writing off a third of our population or more, there's a political question. They're voting. So even if you didn't expect my moral argument, writing them off turns out not to be very good politics.
I don't say write them off, but I'm still waiting for one Trump supporter to admit that they made a mistake. And why are they voting against their own interests? This is what kind of drives me crazy. These people are voting against their own interests. They're voting for people who are trying to get rid of health care, preconditions. They're going to be hurt by all of this. And I guess I just can't communicate. Maybe you can help me, but I can't deal with it.